Hi, my name is Jose. I am 30 years old and I am based out of San Antonio. This is Financial Audit.
$200,000?
No, it's like 20, right? It's like
okay,
20.
then what the I still don't understand the 230 allocated.
Within 10 projects, you're at 200K. Within 10 projects.
Well, you're doing 10 at the same time? Because if you're completing some of the other projects, you get the rest.
That's not how it works, unfortunately. I wish that's how
describe.
It works. So essentially how it works is you get paid a certain amount up front. So it is, if the job is, 20K, sometimes they only give you 2K up front out of that 20,000.
Up front.
But you still have to, 2,000 out of 20,000.
When you're done, then what?
Then after we're done, then we have to tell the homeowner, hey, tell your insurance the job is done. And then insurance, we'll give you the rest.
Well, there you go. You weren't doing 10 at the same time.
The problem is homeowners stopped answering the phones, or they would keep
there
the
has
checks.
to be some legal ramifications
There
can pursue.
is. It's called insurance fraud, and I have about 17 homeowners being sued at the moment.
How are you finding that? Okay.
Credit cards.
Well, first of all,
yeah,
that seems like a lot over the course of a year. And if it is so common that you've been able to stack up 17 in just the course of a year, then every contractor in the world would essentially be suing basically 17 homeowners a year for insurance fraud. Because that seems like a beyond significant amount, unless you were just irresponsible and horrible at communication, which contractors are known for in general, the communication part. But I don't know. It seems like you're well above the norm. Or else everyone else would be suffering this. And there's a lot of contractors.
There is a mix of a lot of things that went south. That's just one of the things that went south, along with I would probably bring up like 5 other things.
How much is OD right now?
130,000.
Okay, well, that
right now
that covers half of this.
Yes.
So what else then?
So I had a manager that was pushing jobs through that were unprofitable and that were profitable, so that he would hit his monthly quotes, so that he would get bonuses. Right.
Bonuses from you.
Yes. From the company.
Well, when did you start learning that? Because that's something you should be able to see if you're doing your books.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it was my first time doing it, so I wasn't doing very good. Like running a business like that.
And you allowed as a first time to borrow 230?
Well, not me, but the company that I can get the materials and stuff from.
Oh wait, this is a loan to the materials company itself, like an internal loan.
So essentially, I have different loans. One, I have the SBA loan. Right, so that's right there is like 130,000. Then I have the construction company that gives us our materials, which is like 230,000 on top of that, and then I have some other stuff as well that just adds to it.
So this is all in material costs. This 230.
Yeah, it's all in material cost. That's all material cost.
And you guys were taking a lot at a loss so that he could hit his bonus quota.
Yes, the problem was I wasn't realizing that.
It has to be like half.
Yeah.
And then the other half, they were just committing insurance fraud?
Yeah, so I have actually just had a couple people served this week about it. So
using 4 different sources from National Insurance Crime, and a contracting research site in the field that you were in specifically, and a law site as well. It's very uncommon that roofing contractors have to take illegal action against homeowners for this. So there has to be more than they were just around.
So again, there's still more to it on top of that. So on top of this, our out the door expenses were $20,000 a month, like just to operate, just our operating expenses. When you look at a job, let's say 100K, our profit margins was really low, about 25%. Yeah, about 25%.
Okay,
profit
well,
margins.
I mean, when we're talking in the world of hundreds of thousands, though, it's not the worst.
But remember, so let's say you have 20K just to break even, right?
No, I understand.
100K, you're only going to get 25,000, but you only get 20% of that 100K up front.
Well, especially when you're completely mismanaging the finances and having bonus structures that don't make sense.
So it's if after 4 months you collect 25K out of that 100K, but per month you have to spend 20,000 in expenses.
Yeah, you would need a lot of startup capital, really but bad. You did get 70,000 to start.
No, that was just to. You're
essentially. It's almost like funding purchase orders.
So it was a franchise. So it was a construction franchise. So I got. Yeah. So They required me, one, I had to get the SBA loan for $130K just to pay the franchise. And then we had to pay $70,000 upfront just to get the franchise. And then on top of that, they wanted 6% monthly of our gross revenue, of the gross on top of that. So it was a very, very, very.
How does any franchise survive then in this?
That's the thing right now. And I can't disclose the specific companies or anything like that. But out of 8 Texas branches, 6 have failed, and I'm one of them.
Wow.
And they were wondering why, and now they're being sued by a lot of other business owners. So,
but you've transferred those skills, I guess.
Yes,
and learning lessons.
Yes, I definitely have, for sure. I wouldn't have the knowledge that I have now if I hadn't gone through that, which now I can go in the future and turn it into something else or redo it myself without having a franchise.
All right, so materials, $232,351,003. What's the interest rate? Do you know?
It's pretty high. It's like 12%.
12% on 232,000. That's fucking insane, dude.
Yeah.
Looks like you owe like 10,000 a month.
Yeah. So,
but you just haven't paid that for.
Now let's backtrack
months?
a little bit.
Oh,
now let's make this worse, right?
Sure. Why not?
Let's make this worse, right?
Sure.
So let's say we have reps that are selling, and then you have a bad month. Right. Let's say you need a break even at 20K
reps
profit a month.
selling.
Right.
What do you mean?
So obviously you have reps
in that
in the
past
construction
business.
industry.
Okay.
Yes, in the
Reps.
construction industry.
Let's
say the reps are selling things, right? But reps in just the the office, the business itself isn't selling as much construction as it should to break even. Well, now next month you need to make $26,000 in profit to cover the previous month's losses. Okay. Well, what happens when you have 3 months back to back, and now for a fact
failing business?
Exactly. Now you can't have. It's.
What are you trying to say?
What I'm trying to say is, before you have to hit 150K a month in sales to break even and make some money. Well, if you have one bad month, now the next month you have to hit 175.
Obviously, and that's why a lot of businesses again need startup costs. It takes a while for it to be just month over month making profits like that. So there are months that are kind of like a loss leader almost. Yeah, for the sake of the business, like that's not uncommon.
Yeah. So within the first year, we